Hello everybody, and this is an FTN News special report. I'm Great Jagers 1113 live from the nation's capital, where we have some breaking news that is not the right. There we go. We have breaking news now that that about tensions rising between the United States and Russia, and that war is possible. We're gonna go over it. We're gonna go over all of this for you guys because I'm assuming some of you probably haven't might have not been following this yet, but I know that many of our viewers have most likely been following this closely. We've been just as we have all night. So many accusations have been thrown out by both sides, right? Many accusations have been made by both sides right now. So we're gonna go over all of this for you right now. We're gonna go over all of this for you right now. Just a second, let me fix this. Here we go. We're gonna go over all of this. This is going to be a huge story, one of the biggest stories of the summer. We're now gonna go over all of them. I'm gonna go over all of this for you. Okay, I gotta pull this up real quick. Jeez, it's not on the stream's end, it's just Discord's acting up. Nope, let's do this. The U.S. is accusing Russia of framing them. Many accusations have been thrown around. We're gonna go over all of these accusations. We're gonna get just a. Now this is all going to come in from the UN Discord server. It started, I think. So things started on the Russian Orthodox. This started with the Russia accusing the United States of aiding the rebel army known as the Russian Orthodox Army. army. There was much chaos going on. And things began 24 minutes, and this is what happened. And things began to unfold 24 minutes after midnight. Flower Soup made this statement. The United States of America has decided to break all diplomatic ties with the tyrannical state of Russia. Russia has unsuccessfully aimed to attack our capital. While this invasion was futile, we will not permit any nation to undermine our sovereignty. We wholly denounce Russia for its dictatorial actions and hope the international community unites with us in our pledge to stop the tyrannical government of Russia. This is a long one here. The Russian government questions the antics of Washington in their own news publication. Fox News published photographs of American soldiers alongside terrorist forces massacring unarmed civilians in Moscow and engaging in an armed insurrection against the Russian government. Coincidentally, these are the same terrorists attacking Moscow and are the same ones that Washington claimed attacked their capital. On behalf of the Russian government, President Korolev has reached its hand out to the American government to provide an explanation and has pledged to commit resources into a joint investigation on the matter. However, the American government has refused to investigate the photographs showing American soldiers attacking Moscow. Malaysia condemned Russia. So did Thailand. The International Olympic Committee urged Russia and America to peacefully resolve this. He said maybe with a fencing match. The Republic of Armenia officially announced their support for the Russian Federation. So Japan standing by America. The United Kingdom is standing with the U.S. Next, at 7:19, the Russian President Alexei Korolev condemned the United States for framing the Russian Federation. Claimed they framed the Russian. Said he states, the United States has once again showed they do not have honor. They gave a heads up to those terrorists which undermine the Constitution of the Russian Federation. Those terrorists who's killed us many times in Washington. So our country's in a dictatorship or a tyrannical government. The United States Army apparently, they are accusing the United States Army of taking their director of FSB hostage and executed him alongside some anonymous people. They also supported the Russian Orthodox Army, which is owned by Ganghead, which shows the United States can de-establish a government. Belgium condemned the United States. The situation kept going. And during this, a tragic earthquake happened within Afghanistan. Leo Vanik said that the United States condemns Ethiopia, condemns the American president rallying a terrorist organization. He will be tried in absentia in Ethiopian courts. There's a litany of other crimes. If he ever enters our territory, he's expected to face the death penalty. The U.S. condemns Ethiopia for their stupidity. I don't think we should be considering the words of someone who can't even remember their names. The Russian Federation thanks everyone for their support during these times. Threats were kept being handed out. images, things were DMs were leaked. Leo Vanek said, "Then go to war. Then go to war, or loser." There are genuinely hundreds of examples. Can you acknowledge that your cabinet member leaked documents and falsely blamed the USA? All that. There was. So talks are beginning to break down. Talks are essentially broken down. Down the communists and the Brotherhood of the Russian Truth, of a Russian criminal organization or terrorist organization, made this statement. Oh, this was. No, wait, that was not the Russian Truth thing. I think they released a statement. This one essentially called for peace there. Talks are breaking down. The United States does not seem to be happy at all. They won't budge. They won't budge. They won't follow Russia's demands. We are. So we have. There's tons going on. We're waiting. Now it's essentially a matter of waiting until war is declared. I checked government updates. Something was there. It was not that. There is yeah, there's a lot going on now. Now talks have broken down. We are we're now so yeah, talks have broken down as we speak. And essentially we're waiting until war is declared. War is yet to be declared.
Yeah, war is yet to be declared. Oh my. Yeah, we're waiting.
We're waiting on that we're gonna take a we're waiting on that declaration. So anyways, we're going to take a short. We'll be right The and now I'm gonna tell you the stupidest thing ever. We're about to have an official from the U.S. Air Force. We were going to have an official from the U.S. Air Force on. But then his boss, he was a very high rank, his boss told him that he was not allowed to come on the air because apparently, for some reason, which I just wanted to get the military's take on everything. What the player is like. And have the media learn as much as we can without leaking that classified info. Which really sucks. I wanted to see the military's take on this, but if it's classified information, it makes you it feels even more likely that there will be war because of that. So that is a bunch of time wasted there when I was trying to set him up, and he was told to cancel. Also, we are basically at this point waiting on that declaration of war. We are currently waiting for more info. Stick with us. We're gonna go back to that commercial break as we find someone to replace that guest. Hello, I'm Great Jagers 1113. We're back on the air now. Now joining us is a high rank. What was your position? What was your position in the Air Force again? John? John?
Here.
Oh, former Chief of Staff of the Air Force, and current Senator John of Doom. John, so you've been around the Air Force, the current Air Force Chief of Staff. His boss wouldn't allow him to come on. So I'm like, I'll just get the older.
The current chief of staff?
Yeah.
Okay, why would you need him to come on?
I wanted to see what his thoughts on this thing, but his boss said no.
Go ahead.
So, I decided to get an old one instead. So, what is your take on the current Russia situation?
Well, I barely know the context of the situation, but I think it is something that we have to monitor in the near future, and I only just got informed of it last night. No one's really told me other than someone who brought it up in my DMs. I didn't respond to that afterwards, but based on the current situation, we could expect war any day now. People are talking about it.
Yeah,
So,
talks have already broke down. So, at this point, it's basically a waiting game. That's what it feels like. You've been in the Air Force. And you've been around during these moments right before war and when war was about to be declared. What goes on inside the Air Force during during those times?
without getting into any specifics in regards to
You know,
preparations, what we usually do in the context I can give is it's just train. Massive training sessions, massive combat trainings. It's just if we know something is about to go down, we prepare for it. And the moment when we do know something is about to happen, we get ready for it. Again, a bunch of the preparations are classified, so I can't really give you any
yes,
specifics.
yeah,
But
I
we do
understand
train.
that.
We do train, that's for sure.
Okay, you can answer my questions. I'm hoping you can still answer these questions without leaking classified information. That was the entire concern of the current chief of staff.
Oh,
So
I won't
yeah.
leak anything.
So
I'm not even there anymore. I'm retired.
I know.
So
So so where so what would you in battle? What when when something's about to go down? You've told me about the preparation. What do you think? Do you think the Air Force is well prepared right now?
I'm not going to comment on that because it's a matter of uh, security and stuff. I don't know, and besides, I don't know the current situation of the Air Force, state of the Air Force. I do not know that, so I'm not equipped to comment on that.
Okay.
But I do know that the entire military as a whole is prepared to fight any conflict that comes our way, not just Russia. We also did it in Syria a couple months ago, a couple weeks back, so we kind of know what we're getting ourselves into.
So where do you think this war will end swiftly like the previous wars that were declared? You know how the wars like remember that North Korea war, the war with North Korea, for example, where
It depends on
disagreements,
if
but
it
this
depends on the context, really. It depends on who we're fighting with. If we're fighting with a strong army, like compared to ours, it probably won't end as fast. But if we're fighting like a weaker army, it could end fast. I don't know. It really depends on the situation. So I can't really get into many specifics.
yeah
I'm not trying to leak any classified information, even though I don't know any.
anymore.
I don't know any. No, I don't know any. I don't know any classified information. But I don't want to say our preparedness and stuff, because I know that's, uh, iffy. I can't really speak on that regard,
Because if the
but
Russians are watching, they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
they know who they're dealing with. That's
Yeah,
all I can say.
they
They know
do.
who they are dealing with. The thing is, it's I don't know how to start it. I don't know the stuff in regards to it, but I think at the end of the day, the U.S. will win against Russia if we were prepared to go to war. If we went to war, that's something that me as a senator, I will pay attention to the situation, and if war will be declared, possibly my prediction is probably by the end of the week, uh, I'd vote in favor of a declaration of war. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. Also, so how long does it you? What was I gonna say again? I had a good question. Come on. What is your what do you have to think? What do you think about these accusations and alleged reports that we don't know if are true, that the United States military, that U.S. soldiers were actually seen among fighting with Russian terrorists in Moscow, Russian with rebel forces in Moscow.
I don't know that situation. I don't know anything about it at all, so I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay. So where do we go from here? Essentially, like you said, war would possibly be declared by the end of the week. I feel like it might be even sooner.
Honestly, it depends on the entire situation. It's basically a wait. We're basically playing the waiting game at this moment, and I don't think any of the people have been confirmed yet through the Senate. So we're kind of in a waiting game at this moment. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, thank you for coming on. This concludes our special report. I'm Grade Jagers 1113. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna quickly just check for updates before we go. There